Okay, Tony, I have your quad finished up. We'll go over the parts real quick and then I will show you how to bind it and get it going. So, here it is. This is the Shin Drone Squirt V2. I've done a few of these. I haven't done one other than black though. I really like that Race Day Quads has different colored ducks now. Even though the files for this are on Thingiverse, it's not that easy to print these, so it pretty much ends up being about the same price. So you buy the frame separate and then you buy the duck separate. It ends up being what it was before when you buy the whole package together, which was like 95 bucks or something like that. So yeah, let's see. So you have Emax 1408. I believe these are 3600 kV. Let me see. Yeah, 3600 kV. You have the Mamba MK2 mini stack, XM Plus, Unify Race 2, and a Caddx Ratel in the front, and Furious FPV Big Mac antenna, and that's about it. You got a cap on there, XT30. So your receiver is right there. You can see the copper piece. That's the bind button. Hold on a second. Okay. I'm touching it right now. Right there. Try to get the light on it. Right there. There's a copper square piece. I cut the piece of heat shrink out away from it. It's directly to the right of the receiver antennas. So you hold that down. Well, let me show you real quick first, actually, because I know you are a little bit newer to this, so I'll see if I can't help you out with this. So I know you know how to
Welcome to OpenTX.
Set up a new model. Make sure that you, after you set up your new model, you go to page 4 and for the inputs. And actually, you know what? I have a video on how to set this up. So if you do need to need some help with that, I will link you the video that I have for that. You just want to make sure that you have ARM at the very least set up for auxiliary 1. So if we go to the mixer, we can see ARM is set for auxiliary 1, and then you can set up whatever else you want or need besides that. I always do 5 of them: ARM, flight modes, turtle mode, buzzer, and then, well, not RSSI. You don't need RSSI because I use that for like a RXSR and stuff, but this is XM Plus. I did flash it for RSSI, but you do not need to set up a channel for RSSI. So once you've done all that, you're gonna hit menu, page to go to the second page, and then at the bottom is where it says receiver number and all that. Actually, if you go up to mode, you want to make sure it's on D16. Okay, not D8 or anything else. D16. Oops. And then go down to where it says bind, and you're gonna click it once. And then I always do 9 through 16 telemetry on. So just leave it on that screen just like that. Set it aside. Take your quad. Get the battery almost ready to plug in, but not plugged in, with one hand. Just like this. And then you're gonna hold down the bind button. And while you're plugging that in, you're gonna plug in the battery. Keep holding the button for a couple more seconds, then let go. See, I wasn't even pushing it because I was trying to talk. Okay. After you plug in the battery, hold the bind button for like another 2 seconds, then you can let go of it. So I got it pushed down. 1, 2, okay. Now if you look on the receiver, there's 2 solid red LEDs. If you didn't push it right or anything, it's just going to have 1 LED that's going to be flashing slow. So you want 2 solid LEDs, okay? Now I'm going to hit enter on my radio to start the bind, and then you'll see one of the LEDs start flashing, one of them will stay solid. So here we go. I'm going to push enter now. Now you see one of them starts flashing. Give it a few seconds, hit enter again on your radio to stop the bind. unplug the battery. Make sure your radio is at least 2 feet away from the quad. Plug the battery back in. And you can see there's a red flashing LED. Oh, it went to green solid. Okay. If it just flashes red, it means your radio is too close to the quad. So just move your radio away from the quad, and then you'll see it switch to a solid green. Solid green means that it's bound. So let me try to arm it. There we go. Alright, so we're good to go. That's all you got to do. So I'm going to get these props put on here, and then I will show you a hover before I get this shipped out to you. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I got the props on. I did set this up for props out, so you can see the props are clockwise, or shit, I don't know. I don't ever call them clockwise. I call them slant in and slant out. But they're gonna stay on the quad when I ship it, so you won't have to worry about figuring out which way they go. Just put on new ones the exact same way that they're on now. But I have a feeling you won't need to be changing the props for a while. So let's do a hover. All right. Okay, here we go. And this is running Betaflight 4.1.1 stock settings. Here we go. Flying very nice. I did have to cut the props down a little bit, so you will need to do that if you buy new ones. These are the HQ 3130s by 4, and I just cut maybe like 3/16 off the tip of each blade. They're not perfect either. I mean, I could have probably cut it a little bit less, but once you cut it, you know, you can't put it back on. So if you cut too much off, you know, there's nothing you can do. But it's flying excellent right now how it is, just perfectly smooth. So these should work fine for you. It has nice power on 3S, but you're probably gonna want to run 4S, and when you do, it's gonna be perfect with a GoPro on it. That's all I can say. So I think that's about it. Let me know if you have any questions. Oh, I'm missing 2 screws. Okay, I'll make sure I put those in. And I'll get this shipped out and send you over tracking when I have it. Alright, thanks, Tony.